Hi, my name is Christian Felix from Walters Mercedes-Benz, and today we're going to be talking about the brand new 2021 AMG GT 53. All right, guys, so here is the 2021 AMG GT 53. I'm going to go ahead and talk about what's going on up front with this vehicle. This does happen to be the four-door version of our other model, which is the AMG GT two-door, which is only a two-seater. This is the four-door version, which is that coupe design, just like our CLS also, but this has its own design. Any AMG model that you get, you're going to get that new vertical grille. This also does have the driver's assistance package. So you'll notice that this is a flush Mercedes-Benz sensor. You just turn on your cruise control. The car will stop and go with traffic for you, keep you in the lanes. Not only that, lane change assist. You can turn on your signal left, change lanes for you as long as there's no vehicle on your left side. Same thing for the right side. And then also that goes along with the collision prevention assistance system. So in case, even if you don't have that system turned on, which is your driver's assistance, the car is always ready to brake for you, where the car will automatically take over. Even if your foot's on the gas or somewhat on the brake, that the car will brake for you to avoid a collision ahead of you also, which is actually very sweet. This also does have the surround view camera. The camera's right up above the emblem. It's kind of discreet right here. You'll notice that right there. You also get the parking sensors, which is a parking assistance package that comes with the car, where the car will automatically park into a parallel space or into a regular parking space, which is really sweet. And then this is the AMG Front Bumper. You can see how it's actually very sleek, very aggressive. This does have a night package, gives you that two-tone look, the black right here on the bumper, the mirrors, and extra accents right over there. And I'll get to that in just a bit. The headlights is an intelligent LED headlight. So the car will, if you have your high beams on, car passing you up, the beams turn down automatically. And once it passes you up, it turns right back up to high beams, which is actually very convenient. Also, if you're going through mountains, it also follows the way you steer, left or right. And then if you don't have that turned on, because it's obviously daytime, you have your daytime running LED headlight. They call that the eyebrow. So that gives you that nice eyebrow, sleek design to it also. And now we're gonna go ahead and talk about what's going on under the hood of this GT 53. Let's get this thing opened up to start off with. One thing that you'll notice with Mercedes-Benz, which is actually very convenient, is the 3 latches right under the hood. What that means for you is if you close your hood and this latch doesn't happen to lock in, I guarantee you that one of them will lock in instead of you seeing your hood fly up on your windshield, which is extremely convenient. This is a AMG enhanced 3-liter 6-cylinder engine with a turbo and the EQ boost. This is a 429 horsepower with 384 pound-feet of torque. And you'll notice that on right here on the engine, you'll have that AMG badging, which is actually really sweet also. All right, guys, so now I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the side of this beautiful AMG GT 53. One thing that you'll notice the most on this vehicle is the wheels. These wheels pop. This is the 21-inch AMG forged cross-spoke wheel. Not only that, you do get the perforated brakes with the AMG brake pad and the AMG on the wheel right over here. This is also a Turbo 4MATIC Plus. You do get that night package, so you get the black wheels, black mirrors, and the black window trim, which gives it that nice two-tone look. This does also come with the keyless entry. So you'll notice that that's a power folding mirror. Once you put your hand in the door handle, the car unlocks for you automatically, and then you're able to just basically take off. And once you lock your car that easily, your mirrors will automatically fold in. Not only that, I also like to hold on to the unlock button in case it's hot out. You want to release all the hot air from the inside of the vehicle. Just like that, you can get in, boom, and go about your business. Or if you forget to close a sunroof or any of the 4 windows, you could just hold on to your lock right on the door handle or on the key fob also. Not only that, this is that 4-door coupe design. So you're going to get that traditional no door frame on any of the 4 doors. Just like that. So that's that right there. And also with this back slope right over here. All right, guys, so now I have the vehicle turned around. I want to go ahead and talk to you about a few things that this GT53 does have. You'll also notice the most noticeable things is the badging on any Mercedes-Benz. If it's the AMG, you'll notice the AMG are right on the left side. And then the model that it is, this one is a GT53. You'll see that right over here also. You'll notice also that it does have the LED tail lights. The rear spoiler does go up and down. So I went ahead and lifted it. You can see how much more aggressive it looks. The rear diffuser, parking sensors, that goes along. So if it starts beeping on your rear, also on your what's going on up front of you also. This is the AMG rear bumper. And obviously the most beautiful thing on this car is that Mercedes-Benz star, the 3-pointed star. And then not only that, there is a button right down over here to open the trunk. You can either click onto that, or you can use your foot to open or close. You notice just like that. We're gonna get it opened up one more time. And then there are also some buttons right inside right over here. These buttons right here are to close your trunk or to close your trunk and lock your car, which is very convenient. This is a cargo cover. Anything that you may have in your trunk and you don't want nobody else to see through the back glass, you can actually cover that right there. You do get the extra storage space right over there. On the right side, you also have the 12-volt charging system. All right, guys, so now I'm sitting as a rear left passenger on this beautiful GT53. So you'll notice that I'm like about 5'8", 5'9" roughly is my height. But that in case anybody that's taller, you'll see these cutouts right here. So in case their knees are touching the back of the seat right over here, it actually has a little bit more space. You have a nice little compartment down over here for some paperwork or anything like that you may have. Right down in the middle, right over here, you do have your air vent. So you can easily shut your air vent by turning it clockwise or counterclockwise. It'll open your air vents and you can make that adjustment however you choose. Right down over here, you have an ashtray, which is German engineering, USB port, a cigarette lighter right over here. You can easily close that. 2 cup holders, a nice compartment right here for your phone, 2 extra USB ports. So it's a total of 3 USB ports for the rear passengers. This is the natural grain ashwood trim. You get your Burmester speakers, and you'll notice a little bit of the ambient lighting. It's a 64 color ambient lighting. So right now I have it set up as with the blue. And then a nice door handle with a nice stitching right over here on the door panel. You have a clothes hanger and also your reading light. All right, guys, so now I'm in the most exciting seat of them all for this GT53. It's going to have to be the driver's seat, okay? So you'll notice that the seat actually looks like a bucket seat. This is the black Napa leather. There's so many things going on the dashboard, and it seems like it can be kind of confusing, and you might be able to not understand it, but I promise you this is the most user-friendly car of them all, pretty much. Let's start off with the door panel. So right over here, you have the driver's seat controls. This is your bottom, your backrest, and also your headrest. You got the memory seat 1, 2, and 3. Right over here, you have your heated seat controls. That's high, medium, low, off. That's ventilated seat control, high, medium, low, and off. This last button right over here is to be able to control the passenger seat. You click on that right there, and you'll notice that I can raise the seat, push it forward, push it back, and also the backrest and the headrest. So in case somebody's falling asleep or anything like that, you can actually control the passenger seat, which is extremely convenient. You do get the power folding mirrors from the inside. You can automatically fold your mirrors in. That's in case you're parking inside of a garage. You need those extra few inches on the left and right hand side. You can just fold them in, go ahead and squeeze in. And your parking cameras, your sensors, and all that easy stuff right over there. You have a few air vents that you can easily control, just like the way that it is for the back seat. So you do clockwise to close, counterclockwise to open, and that's on all of them right over there. This is the sports steering wheel with the flat bottom. Anytime you get an AMG vehicle, you'll have that flat bottom steering wheel. You'll notice how easy it is to handle. Right over here, you have what's called the driving modes. You can go to a sport mode, sport plus mode. You can even go back to up to comfort, or even a slippery mode in case you're driving through rain or through snow. It's prepared to basically help you out with any type of hydroplaning or anything like that, or sliding. On the left-hand side, there's buttons right over here. This is for your driver's assistance or your cruise control. You easily turn that on right over there. You can actually turn on, you set your car-to-car distance and your speed limit. And then at that point, the car will stop and go with traffic for you. This is a black, the little touchpad right over here is for this screen, because there's two 12.3-inch displays. So let's just say you want to hit home and you want to go to, like, for example, designs and display. You can actually change the design of the vehicle. You see how easy that is to work. This car does go up to 200 miles an hour. You got the 9-speed transmission. And then not only that, let's go ahead and go back to that. Not that one. Let's go back to super sport. That super sport design gives it that nice sports car feel. The right screen is touchscreen, not the left screen. Okay, so you can actually control the screen just like that. And there's a few things to do. So there's voice command. There's this touchpad. There's that touchscreen. And this touchpad right over here, which is kind of like using a laptop. You can actually control the screen. So let's just say, for example, you want to go to navigation. You want to zoom in. You could easily zoom in. You want to zoom out. You can just pinch to zoom out. And same thing with the screen. You want to pinch out to zoom out and pinch in to zoom in. You can also use your MBUX, which is talking to the vehicle like the way you would Alexa or Siri. You can just say, hey, Mercedes.
How may I help you?
Take me to Los Angeles, California.
Here is what I found. Where do you want to go? Calculating route.
48 miles away. Starts to calculate route. And then you'll see if I zoom out, it's going to take us straight to Los Angeles right over there, which is most likely the heart of LA. You want to cancel route guidance? You can say, hey, Mercedes.
How may I help you?
Cancel route guidance.
I am canceling route guidance.
Easy as that. You can also go to your radio stations. This comes with a 6 months free Sirius XM, FM, and also AM. I'm right now in the BPM channel, which is channel 51. There's a volume control right over here. And also volume controls right over here. Okay. And not only that, instead of using your driving modes right here, you also have extra buttons right down over here, which you can also change your driving modes right down over here. You can go to Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus. You see the same list. You can go to manual driving also, which is probably like the most fun thing to do when you're in an AMG sports car. You have your paddle shifters, so you can actually upshift and downshift. It won't automatically do it for you until you go back to the regular driving mode. Change your suspension, like a stiffer suspension for the sport mode, ready for sport driving. Turn off your traction control. Adjust your exhaust sound. You want it louder or quieter. Raise or lower your rear spoiler. You have the engine shut off function. You can turn that on or turn it off. It's always on every time you turn your vehicle on, so you would have to shut that off, just easy as that. The gear shifter for this vehicle right here is right here. You would put your foot on the brake, all the way up is reverse, all the way down is drive, and there's one button right over here for park. And even if you're in drive or reverse and you forget to put the car in park, as soon as you open your driver's side door, the car will automatically go to park for you, and the parking brake would automatically turn on for you also. You do get the push start button right over here. You'll notice that 64 color ambient lighting. Let's just hit home really quickly. You can go to settings. Sorry, not system settings. Light settings, ambient lighting, brightness. Let's lift that up right there. Color. You might want to go to a nice little red. You'll see the ambient light color change right over here. And especially when it's dark out, it looks sweet, you know. You also have a track pace. So as long as there's a track registered through like Mercedes-Benz, you can go into that, and it would actually show you, like, as if you're driving through navigation, it'll show you the track that you're using, and like the way the track is maneuvering and all that stuff, which is pretty sweet, and also times it and everything like that. You also have the comfort is also for the lights. You also have seat comfort, seat kinetics. The car will move somewhat, a few inches front and back, and also the front and back and bottom. So it adjusts your comfort as you're driving. Media is for your Bluetooth connectivity or your USB port, which you have 2 USB ports right over there, and you also have another extra one right in here. We're gonna go right over here, right back to radio, navigation. You can use so many things with the navigation. Look for a specific restaurant, a store, a location, an address, and then you also have the AR camera, and I'll show you what the way that works also in just a bit. You can register your home. You say, hey, Mercedes, take me home. Boom, takes you home. Let's cancel that. And you can easily answer or hang up calls right over here. And then if someone's calling, you also have an answer or hang up just like that. You have a dual climate control. So you can adjust the climate control on the left side or the right side. And the fan levels is for both driver and passenger. And then right up over here, you do have your garage door openers or maybe a garage gate controls. Glasses holder. You have your lighting. So you have reading lights on your left and right hand side. Your regular full light right over here, and also the rear lights. And then you have what's called Mercedes-Me Connect. So if you have any issues with your Mercedes, you can just click onto that and say, hey, this is what's going on. I need some help, and they'll be able to help with you. There's a 24-hour service, which is really convenient. And in case you don't have your phone and you're not able to call 911, you would just easily hit SOS. Also a 24-hour service for free for the first 3 or 4 years. Someone will connect with you right away, and then they'll ask you what's going on. You say, hey, I need 911. They'll be able to locate your vehicle and exactly where you're at, and they'll get the first responders to you also automatically. All right, guys, so now I went ahead and just took the car out. I'm going to show you a few things of how to maneuver this car. Earlier, I was mentioning that this car has the parking assistance package where it will park itself automatically for you, either on the left side or the right side. There is one button right down over here just to easily click, just like that. I'm in drive. And now it's saying on the screen, drive forward to search for parking spaces. And you'll see that it's searching for a parking space. I wanted actually to park it on the left-hand side for me. But it has to be between two cars. So you kind of have to get close, kind of cruise a little bit. Boom, stop vehicle to park. At this point, we're going to select and confirm with the touchpad right over here. Push down. I want the car to park itself in reverse. Let's go ahead and hit that. Please engage reverse gear. It's really like a 3-step process, and boom, at this point, you just start allowing it to do its own thing. And I usually hover my foot over the, gas or brake a little bit just in case. But you really have to do nothing at all whatsoever. As long as you make sure you look around, it's not, abusing the speed or the movement or anything like that. Which is, they've tested this millions and millions of times before putting it out in the market. It also takes into consideration the way the left and right hand car are parked, whether it's on a certain angle. I want it to stop right there. It's probably gonna want to scoot up a little bit more. Should be fine right there. And you're pretty much good. You're in line. I'm seeing from the outside that I'm actually right between these vehicles, and I'm pretty much good to go. You could turn the car off, go about your business. Now that you're back from shopping or whatever the situation is, we go to drive, we hit our parking sensors, and now that also takes it out of a parking space. I want it to go left, and just easy as that. In case you need to do like a 2-3 point turn, it's going to be a little bit difficult to get out. And if you want to take over, well, actually, I'm going to let it do its own thing. And then as soon as it's done, you'll see the steering wheel with the hands right there.
Once again, folks, thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video on the beautiful 2021 AMG GT 53. If you like the video, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and comment down below, and we'll see you next time. If you happen to also arrive to the dealership, Walters Mercedes-Benz in Riverside, make sure you look for me, Christian Felix, and I'll be more than happy to help you out.